You need more light, and so I'm really glad you're joining me this morning on my morning walk. Why do you need more light? Because you have photoreceptors in your eyes and they are attached to parts of your brain. Have you noticed the increase of Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's? Our brain needs more light. Yesterday on our morning walk together, I talked about a study and then I didn't quite finish it. I got distracted to something else, a comment or something that happened. So I want to make sure that you understood. The study was done on a group of people that had never had sunglasses. They had lots of light in their life and they were given sunglasses. And as what happened is their cancer rate that they'd never experienced went through the roof. Light heals our body. The morning light specifically, because there's different light throughout the day. You have different colors. And as what happens is the light is scattered. And so there's different scattering that happens in the morning than from the middle of the day, than from the evening. So let's talk about the light in the morning. First off, I don't think I can move my camera around because I'm using StreamYard. But first off, right now, it's so cloudy where I'm walking. Well, I don't, they call it marine layer, but I can't really see the sun. It looks very overcast. I'm still, oh, there's a bunny, two bunnies. There's lots of bunnies. I'm still getting about 80% of that color from the sun coming through that. So a lot of times we can think, oh, the sun's not out, I'm not getting the benefit. But you are. You are getting that benefit. So the colors in the morning tend to run toward more reds, blues, and greens. Red light is recovery light. It helps you recover. Blue light is energizing light from the sun. Natural blue light, not computer blue light, is energizing, helps to energize your cell. And green light is healing light. And so when you get up in the morning and you pay the price, oh, can you hear? I love hearing all the different sounds you hear in the morning. When you get up in the morning and you pay the price to create time in your day to walk in the sun, it heals your body. And we need more light. We need less inflammation. Good morning. Good morning. So glad that you're here with me. We need more light. We need less inflammation. One of the reasons that I'm doing this in July with you is because I'm noticing a pattern that it's getting harder to get to cell saturation with magnesium. Harder. It's getting harder to do that. And so as inflammation goes up, it gets harder to uptake that magnesium. I want to turn around so you can see. I'm at the marina today. I came down here, so beautiful. And so the reason it's getting harder to get your magnesium levels up is because of inflammation. Sunlight decreases inflammation. And so by doing this, we're prepping ourselves when we do the 30-day challenge in August that I always do every year. You're increasing your body's ability to uptake serotonin. Now, a lot of times we can get caught in this silly game of, I'm working on my thyroid. I'm working on my autoimmune. I'm working on my low energy. Anyway, we have like this disease that we're trying to fix. But here's what I discovered when I had what I call total and complete health crash in a wheelchair, having seizures, all of that stuff. Here's what I discovered as I went through my own healing process. And that is that when you chase, oh, I'm coming up to lots of people right here, so I'm going to be quiet. Morning. I'm going to be a little quiet so I don't mess up their quiet time watching all the birds. So, one of the things that I discovered was chasing symptoms was keeping me sick. Because chasing symptoms, you're not getting to the real problem. That's when I fell in love with magnesium, because magnesium is needed to start so many of the processes in your body. Well, in that 20 years, I've learned a couple of things. And one of those is that the more I focus on better mitochondria function, everything gets better. I can't flip my camera, so I want to turn around. This is such a beautiful spot right here. Can you see that? Let's see. So beautiful. So that's one of my favorite trees. There's a bench right there. I love to come there and sit and journal. The more I focus, oh, I see a few people hopping on. I'd love to know where you're coming in from, and if you're actually walking right now or you're going to get a walk in today. So the more I focus, excuse me, excuse me, the more I focus on mitochondria function in my body, the better everything is. Mitochondria function, you say? Yes, mitochondria function. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell, and they are activated by morning light, and they're incredible. Morning. They're amazing. Mitochondria need magnesium for 58 different functions. Those 58 different functions need light. They need the light entering your eyes, connecting to your brain, and making a difference in how your mitochondria function. Now, one of the things that I talk about a lot is, oh, good morning, Misty. Good morning, Donna. One of the things I talk about a lot is as women, sometimes we've walked away from how powerful we are because we control how our body burns through magnesium. And when overwhelm kicks in, if we already feel like our plate is full, we push away more responsibility, right? But in doing so, we're pushing away our help because we push away more accountability. And we control how we burn through our magnesium. Now, yesterday, perfect example of how the man's reaction burned through his magnesium, but it had nothing to do with me. So yesterday, for those of you that were with me yesterday on the walk, I'm so glad that you're here. Hooray, Ogden and Missouri. Yay. So yesterday on my walk, I was walking past a man. He had a beautiful dog. I think I flipped my camera around on the dog. And after he walked by, I said something like, oh, he was angry. Like, he was very angry toward me. I hadn't done anything. I was walking. Well, after I keep walking after I hang up the video, hang up my phone, and I passed him again. And he started to really yell at me. And I stopped him because he was physically getting close. I never felt frightened, but he was physically getting closer in his anger. Well, we ended up talking. Guess what he was really mad about? I had my phone up, and it triggered him that when his kids come to visit him, they sit with their phones at his table. And he feels sad and lonely. And he misses his kids. And he feels like he's not important to his kids. But when he saw me and I had my phone, I was on the walk, and I didn't have eye contact with him. I was having eye contact with you, which is my choice. He didn't understand that. He didn't know the big picture. It triggered him that it reminded him about his kids and feeling lonely and not feeling connected. Healthy women are connected women. I'm so grateful I'm here today with you and we're connected. We can connect through social media. My goal is always real life. And one day we'll all hang out in real life together. But connection is so important. And so him and I had this really sweet little moment. He actually apologized as we talked, and I said, "Oh, it sounds like you love your grandkids and your kids." And a great big tear rolled down his cheek, and he said, "I do. And I want them to put their phone down." So my phone up when normally someone walks by you and you acknowledge them on a walk, at least I do. And it just reminded him of that heartache with his grandkids. He's worried about them. He loves them. He wants to be a part of their lives. And so it was the perfect example. His reaction, his reaction, he lost magnesium. Part of, in my opinion, soaking in magnesium is learning how to maintain and hold on to your magnesium. So to me, it's so much more than just soaking. It's about walking away from broken patterns, developing the muscle of gratitude, and not just listing gratitude, but being in a place. Like, for example, I have so much gratitude for where I'm walking. I want you to tell me, put in the comment section, what are you grateful for? And I'm not just saying, oh, I'm grateful. Like when I say that, I can feel it in my body. Where do you feel gratitude in your body? Post and tell me. What are you grateful for? What is easy for you to experience gratitude? Because we are focused on mitochondria. We are focused in optimal mitochondria. And those mitochondria cannot do what they need to do if they don't have enough magnesium. Getting your red blood cell numbers up is crucial. And don't just soak. Go get your numbers tested. Know where it is. Knowledge is power. Some of you are soaking too much, and some of you aren't soaking enough, depending on your inflammation and your attitude. Those are the two things that determine your burn rate: inflammation and attitude. And so right now, we're having a sale on magnesium. We are phasing out our 64-ounce jug. We won't have it anymore. The reason? It's a seamed jar, and with all of the issues in manufacturing and all that stuff that happened in 2020 and supply chains, we can't find one that I can buy because I buy shipping containers of them. We can't find one that has the seam quality that we want. We found a 32-ounce one that doesn't have a seam the way they mold it, and that's awesome. So we're switching to a 32-ounce bottle, and the price will go up a little bit. So I think it's $39, which is a little bit more to offset the shipping costs. The shipping costs were astronomical. Now, here's the cool thing that happened. Team Good Life has gotten filling that magnesium. So it used to take us 2 days to fill an entire drain one tank of magnesium. They come in these big cubic containers. They got it down to under 2 hours. Now good morning. Think of the payroll hour differences. So by team being so on top of things and getting their systems down, we didn't have to pass on all of the shipping cost increase because we were able to say, oh, payroll hours now are so much less on filling that magnesium, which I'm so grateful. Like, oh, there's another thing I'm grateful for. Team Good Life. They're amazing. They're so amazing. My hair's falling out. Whew, I'm going to lose my bun. So it's on sale right now. Those 64-ounce jugs, yeah, are on sale. You won't see this price again because I think we started out with about 1,600, and when that 1,600 is gone, that price will be gone also. We are running this sale for 12 days because here's what happens, and it's heartbreaking to me. Every sale I run, somebody says, not somebody, lots of people will say, I didn't know about it, I didn't this, I didn't that. So every day I'm going to talk about it a little bit the first 12 days. So the sale is happening now. You do not need a coupon code or anything. You do need to soak. You need to get your numbers up, and you need to get tested. Walk-in labs. We want your numbers between 6.3 and 7.4. Inflammation is keeping your numbers up. And here's what people will do. We all have patterns, and every one of us, myself and you, together, play broken patterns. It's part of our journey. And this pattern will come up. Someone will soak in magnesium, and they will say, I didn't feel anything. My numbers didn't move. They've got high inflammation. It's helping. It's just not helping as much as they want. If they will walk an hour a day, 1 hour a day, because 9 out of 10 people have insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is changed by walking. Walking is the most powerful tool for insulin resistance. And when you start to get insulin entering the cell, magnesium numbers start to move also. So it used to be 10 years ago, as I talked about magnesium, I could just say, oh, go soak in magnesium, and it helped everybody. Now, we're getting sicker as a society, and you might have to do some other things to increase the speed at which your magnesium numbers are moving. So if they're not moving enough, don't blame me. Don't blame the magnesium. Don't play the victim. Think, what am I doing? Where do I need to tweak my lifestyle? Magnesium is hydrophilic. It needs water. If you are not drinking water and hydrated enough for you, and I can't tell you how much, and do not find a formula on the web that says you need this much water. No one can tell you that. No one. If someone's telling you you drink this much water, no, they don't fully understand the hydration, because only you can determine your hydration. You can ballpark it with a formula, but they cannot tell you how much water you need. There's so many things that factor. How much you sweat, if you don't sweat, how much you exercise. So remember, if you are like me and don't want to chase symptoms, you just want to focus on creating health, hydration is key. Let's see, I'm going to go up here. Okay, I'm going into eucalyptus grove. Oh, I guess you could have seen it behind me. Sorry about that. Okay, so color, morning light has more red, blue, and green. And remember that word, because understanding things helps me to have better follow through. And I'm wanting you to have better follow through. So scattering in the morning and the evening, the sun has different properties. Oh, I might lose my internet. Oh, I didn't think of that in this little grove of trees. Oh, we'll see what happens. So scattering happens more in the morning and in the evening. So sunrise, sunset. Qualities of sun in the middle of the day are different. Now, middle of the day sun, you can do damage or you can create health, and it's all because of what you eat. So, if you're eating inflammatory oils and sugar, the sun, that combination, you're creating disease. So, I don't know how much sun your body can handle in the middle of the day. I do know I'm super, oh, I got an incline here. I'm super focused. I forgot my watch to check my heartbeat. I want to keep it in a certain range because over-exercising can cause insulin resistance also. Oh gosh. So I'm going to put my phone down. My name's Kristen. I'm the founder of Living the Good Life Naturally. This is my morning walk. Oh, and I messed up on a thing I wanted to tell you about. And that is, right now, we're also streaming on YouTube and Facebook. And so when you set up the stream, you cannot be late. You can be early, but you can't be late. So I thought, oh, I'll set it for 6:30, knowing I get on about 10 to 6 Pacific. I didn't realize it posted that on my timeline, so the time was a little confusing. So we'll meet 10 to 6-ish. You know, there might be a couple days I miss it. That's okay. Perfectionism is bought into by people who stay sick. Celebration is bought into by people who create health. So let's say I missed a day, I would celebrate all the days I did get in instead of beating myself up. Oh, this is one of my favorite spots too. So we have lots of what's called leopard sharks and dolphins right along here. They run back and forth between the pier and this little cove. Let's talk one more thing. Where are you going to walk? You want to walk in a place that doesn't have lots of man-made light. So, for example, I was trying different places, like to find my places I could walk. And I went to downtown Morro Bay. So tell me where you walk. Oh, Jesus, I love it. Watching on YouTube. We don't get as many YouTube people as we do. I'm going to start loading some more stuff on YouTube. I didn't realize there was like 3,000 people following me there. So Jesus, I'm going to start loading some basic things on my YouTube channel. And for any of you that want to be on the texting list, because I will be sharing, that means no cost to you. If I use a word that starts with G, it flags Facebook. So I will be sharing at no cost to you magnesium at the end of every week. Why would I do that? Simple. We've got 19 people online. About 4 or 5, maybe 6 of you have commented. That's a lot of people not taking action. And if you don't take action here, you're not going to take action there. A pattern played anywhere is a pattern played everywhere. So I'm dangling a carrot, and I'm telling you why I'm dangling it. I want you taking action. You taking action. But to do that, you got to leave. You have to interact and send a text to, let's see, wait, let me think. Oh, good life. So text good life to 2435 213-9048. And team will go back and leave that in the comments. Good morning, good morning. So, morning sun. Watching the sun come up, you will get different benefits than you will different times of the day. Oh, I squirreled. Okay. The comments, and then okay, so I love the comments. Don't stop the comments. And here's the thing. I had a lady say, Kristen, you're so vain. You want comments. It has nothing to do about me on comments. It has to do with you taking action. And I know myself. And so, oh, there's a big old root. Take action. Take action with a comment. Take action with a walk. Take action by texting Good Life to 435-213-9048. And that's where I will tell you at the end of each week in July, we're picking a bunch of people. I think it was 5 or 7. I can't remember. And I'll text you, hey, I'm sharing magnesium with you. Oh, walking in Hyde Park, I love it. I used to live there. Monica was my neighbor around the corner down the street. So that action is crucial. Okay, I was talking about something. Okay, so let's say, because I don't know your situation, I don't know where you're at, what's happening, I don't know any of that. Like a good friend Haley yesterday commented, oh, I'm right in the middle of a move. She really resonated with Leanne's move. And I'm so grateful for Leanne posting that, because in her posting that, Haley didn't connect to what I was saying. She connected to a shared experience through Leanne. So do you see the action? We're creating connection on the call. If you're an introvert, I get it. It's tough. You're like, I don't leave comments. Well, don't expect to get healthy if you don't do something different. And then your next question might be, how is leaving a comment going to get me healthy? Because it's a micro step, and you're teaching your body, I'm doing things differently and creating different results. Now, last thing, and that is, let's say you're in total crisis, and there is just, maybe you have to work when the sun comes up. I hope you change jobs so you don't have to, or change shifts, because it's so essential to health. But you're not there yet. I walk 3 times a day in the sun, and all through July, I'm going to do my best. I might miss a couple days. Did you see that perfectionism rolling out of my mouth? And I stopped it and I changed it. So, oh my gosh, we're coming up to the blue heron, I think it's called a sanctuary, nesting place. You're going to hear them in the background. They are so loud, and the urine smell is so strong. It's a protected area, and it smells. So let's say your schedule is just, the best time, if you can only do once a day and you only want partial health, is to go between 8 and 10 a.m. Hold on just a sec here. Gosh, if somebody hops on right now, they'll think of heavy breathing. Facebook. What's a steep incline? Okay. Whew. So, wow. Whew. That was good. Good push. But I need to calm it back down. Oh my gosh. I just missed one. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh gosh. Oh, I'll get over here and walk this way, because I know lots of you are like me. Nature is calming. I think if I turn around, can you see it? Might be too small for you to see. This massive, I think they have an 8-foot wing spread. They're massive birds and they're protected. So 8 to 10 has the fullest spectrum of light. Remember we talked about in the beginning, morning light has red, blue, and green. So because it has red and blue, it also has violet, and it scatters. Evening sun also goes through a process that it's scattering. Can you hear it, Colleen? Yeah. So I have deep gratitude for where I walk. So let's say you just can't do, let's say you're still eating crappy oils and some sugar, and so you're like, I don't want to create disease. In the noonday sun, I have to miss those energizing rays because of my food choices. Between 8 and 10 is the fullest spectrum of light. Fullest spectrum of light. And you need to determine your expectations with your actions. So a lot of times, like let's just take for example, you have understanding now of the light and the different things that it activates in your body through the photoreceptors in your eye that go to your brain. You have understanding that magnesium needs to be in place so that all of those things can happen, but you're not doing it. Then you need to decrease your expectations of how healthy you can be, because sometimes, that's where we create a disconnect, in that we have expectations for perfect health, which there is no such thing, but our input does not match the output that we want to experience. So aligning your expectations is really important. If you haven't cut out the sugar or cut out the inflammatory oils, then 8 to 10 has the fullest spectrum of color. So now I'm going to ask you to take action. I want you to tell me, what are you taking away? What was most important to you that we talked about on this call, you and I? Throw it up in the comment section. And I have an expectation that everyone who hears this is going to do it, because you understand how important action is. Because Google is making a lot of us sicker because we buy into a lie as we scroll and scroll and scroll that we're actually doing things to create health, but we're not. We're just adding information to beat ourselves up with a bigger stick of things that we didn't do. So Monica just nailed action. So I want to comment. You're on this live. You say you want better health. Why wouldn't you take action? Take action. There's 13 of you. So 1 out of 13 of you took an action. Yeah, I'm calling it out a little bit more than I normally do, because I know what it takes to create health. I have walked through over 10,000 women doing it, and I see the patterns that it takes, and it takes the pattern of action. That's what it takes. And if you say you want it, you've got to change what you're doing. You've got to change. Oh, I love that, Nicole. Leanne, love it. Catherine, love it. Thank you for the comments. If you want to be included in me sharing magnesium, did you hear my code? Sharing magnesium text Good Life 435-213-9048. And every Friday, the texting that Shelly, our support specialist, put up is amazing. So I can text you as a group. I can text you one-on-one. If you have a magnesium question, you can text that number. Anyway, it's pretty amazing. So I won't be doing the sharing on this platform because they don't like it, and I don't want them to slow down how many people see this video. And if you've enjoyed this video, this wobbly video, share it. That helps me to get the word out to more people. Oh, I love all of these insights. So another thing that happens with insights is that it helps you synthesize the information. Like, you have to collect the information in your brain and you have to choose what was most important to you. And that helps your brain recall it. So you just took a step in providing your brain better recall. I love that. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go start an official, my brisk walk, and gather my morning sunshine, put that red, blue, green light into my eyes, and I'm doing everything I can to create optimal health. I had a rough fall. I know many of you were with me on that, and I'm not going into this fall and experiencing that again. I just won't. And so to do that, I have to take action now. So love being with you. Have the best day. Bye.